Hey, my name is Josh Rhodes with Crypto Y'all. And if you're looking for an authentic, trustworthy place to not only do your crypto investing alongside of other awesome people, but to get training, to acquire skills, to get intel and alpha on the market, if you want to dominate in this crypto cycle, but you don't know what you don't know, then check this out. What you're about to see is a weekly market update call that I do with my members. I have a mastermind and a private mentorship called Get Paid Daily. And we literally every week meet together and also have a community, of course, and a training suite, all of the things that I've used to create multiple six-figure crypto wallets over the last couple of bull cycles. And this video is specifically designed for members, but I'm releasing it to the public. You can watch it, get the alpha, enjoy it. Hey, I hope you make some money. It's not financial advice, but it is research and intel that helps you potentially get in early on some awesome opportunities. And if you want more of this, then go to cryptoyall.co. That's cryptoyall.co and watch my little free case study that explains everything we do and how we create passive income with crypto. And from there, if you want to schedule a call with me, we'll jump on a Zoom video call and see if it's a good fit for you. But until then, check out this awesome weekly members only call that I'm making available for free for you today. Talk soon.
All right. What the heck happened? That's the question of the morning. What the heck happened? Well, we've got a lot of red on the crypto bubbles here. In the last hour, things have started to rebound, though. Interesting. On the day, it's very red because of one thing, one instance. In the market, which is a great demonstration of how a retail investor driven market can be fickle at times. The weak hands, if you will, can be fickle. So Bitcoin already back above 43,000. What happened? Well, we had a little analyst come out and say, and hey, by the way, no one knows what's about to happen, but Bach here, Mortensen Bach, said it the best. This is the dumbest dump I've seen in a long time in Bitcoin, which these things happen a lot if you're new to crypto. Yesterday, the so-called analysts at Matrixport said the following: January 2nd, 2024, Matrixport hints at imminent SEC approval for a spot Bitcoin ETF potentially within the next 48 hours. Less than 24 hours after, on January 3rd, Matrixport latest report released a rare view that the SEC will reject all Bitcoin spot ETFs in January, and final approval may be achieved in Q2. You can't make this up. No, they are out for your money. Couple more tweets that I think sum this up just to get your heads on straight and make sure that your mindset is appropriate. I like to open up these calls on days like today where we're talking more mindset and commentary. Jason Williams says it perfectly. BlackRock is reportedly planning to acquire 10 million worth of Bitcoin as an initial funding for its potential spot Bitcoin ETF, still currently under review for approval from the SEC. They delayed that purchase until January 5th, 2 days from now. Bitcoin dumped 9% today on reports of a delay in the spot Bitcoin ETF. Timing is everything. Wonder who paid for the report. So, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a world, to an asset class where institutional money is about to jump in. If you've ever heard of manipulation, what happened was this report came out dubiously, and now something, I think I have the stats somewhere. Something like $400 to $600 million of long leverage was liquidated like that, like in an hour. about 6 or 7 hours ago. That's what technically happened. That was the impact. And so smart money's scooping it up right now, or has been. Clearly the ETF is not priced in. If people are this nervous, it might not happen. Bigger potential for a huge rally on the event. Sorry, I misread that with the emphasis. He's saying clearly the ETF is not priced in. If people are this nervous, it might not happen. Bigger potential for a huge rally on the event. There's a bunch of bears saying, dude, the price is the ETF is cooked in the price. Like we were at 45,000 because of the ETF approval already being priced in. And all the bulls, of course, are saying no way. Like this is the beginning, and I'm with the bulls particularly. Does that mean it's going to $1 million on the day of the approval? Absolutely not. No, nothing works like that. But we could see 50, 60, 70K pretty immediately. What else do I have here on this matter? Congrats to all the weak hands. You got tricked by Matrix Ports to help JP Morgan seed BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF. They thank you for your cheap corn. It's funny, but it's not funny. Bitcoin is up 8% in 2024. We are 8 days away. This is actually this is a day old tweet, but I liked his thoughts here. We're 8 days away from the ETF approval. That's the deadline for ARK Invest's approval, and we think all approvals are happening at the same time. My two theories that I believe break this cycle: diminishing returns due to the inflows of the ETF and all-time high before the halving. Now, for those of you members who've been here for a few weeks, give me a number one in the chat if you remember me talking about this particular phenomenon that I think has a strong possibility. I'm 50-50 on it, which is actually a lot higher than most of your crypto influencers would say. Most influencers say, oh yeah, halving cycle every 4 years, wait till, after the halving, blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying this will happen, but you need to be prepared for a Bitcoin all-time high and subsequently altcoin all-time highs that happens before the halving event. Now, in the chat, tell me, and I just got to make sure we know this, when is the halving event? Pop quiz. I'm going to take a drink of water. Someone tell me when the halving event, generally, what month do we think it will happen in this year? Jeopardy music plays. Jeopardy music plays. Yep, the month is April. And if you want to keep track of that, just Google Bitcoin halving calculator or countdown. I think I've had it here before. Let's see. Why is that not loading? So 100 days, we're looking at April 13th, 2024. Bitcoin halving is when the issuance of new block rewards to miners is cut in half, creating a supply shock on the marginal inventory of Bitcoin, creating a multiplier effect on the price moving that is created by the demand. So long story short, it could get really interesting before April 13th. The halving event could actually be the sell the news event. It's just something to be aware of. So again, have your profit taking strategy in place. And if you haven't thought about that, if you haven't written down your profit taking strategy, remember that in our Get Paid Daily training, we have a profit taking module. If you're new to the program, or if you've been around and you just haven't logged into your training area in a while, just remember that there's a lot of IP, if you will, in our training area. and I'll be actually rolling out a new Get Paid Daily 3.0 in this first quarter, and all of the Crypto Y'all Venture members will get access to it first. But if you're sitting here going, man, I don't think I have my profit taking strategy in place, then go log into your Get Paid Daily member area. This is for all active Get Paid Daily members. And you'll see the module, How to Take Profits, a simple profit taking strategy for your portfolio. 15-minute video and a Google Sheet to support you in your efforts, so that you've got your head on straight and that you don't feel overwhelmed by the opportunity in front of us. Okay. I'm getting text messages right now from people talking about how big of a joke this was, and this particular report. They report, yeah, they had two reports go out almost simultaneously today. One about the approval, one about the rejection. So there's something afoot, and you just got to be aware of it. I covered this a few weeks ago, and I just want to again fortify your confidence and your investment mindset with data. And some of you who've been around investing, Wall Street, et cetera, for a while would know this. I'm not going to read everything he's talking about right here, but basically, the gold ETF was approved back in 2004, November 1st, 2004. And you can see the macro impact that happened with gold. Okay. Gold is a $12 trillion asset class. Bitcoin right now, as it stands, is an $830 billion market cap. So 12 and a half, I guess 12 and a quarter ish X effect that an ETF, I mean, I think it's going to have a way higher effect on it, actually, on the price and market cap of Bitcoin. But that's just something you need to be aware of, is like, these ETFs are no joke. But what we need to be prepared for also is that this could be the last euphoric, parabolic crypto cycle of lore. Once the institutions get involved, once Congress starts passing regulations, you're going to see a lot less volatility in the market. I'm not saying it's going to become a precious metal overnight that, barely moves like gold did from 1980 to 2004. Which, by the way, if you grew up in the 80s like I did, or prior to, like, gold was and still is considered a store of value. But when you look at it over the decades, it was considered that in modern market times, because of this consolidation pattern it had for so long. And then from here, when they started the ETF and then subsequently started printing money forever, you had this incredible run up, and then there was this really long drought for like 8 years. This gold bear market, and then last 2000, I guess late 2018, it rebounded. So my point there is, I'm not a huge fan of gold in terms of as an alternative. Like, I'm gonna own Bitcoin before I own gold. And I'm not a gold hater. As a matter of fact, I have a gold supplier. We've had them as a guest on a weekly call before. If you want to get into precious metals, I've got a great, trustworthy provider. But Bitcoin's the apex. It's the apex property. It's the apex asset in that regard. But it plays a different role than the rest of crypto does. So that's what's going on, guys. Let's look at the charts. Interesting little development here, even since I drew this line earlier. So this is the Bitcoin price chart. Obviously, we took a strong wick down. I'm on the daily time frame. We dropped all the way down here to about 41 and a half, 41.6 today. And most Americans obviously were either still in bed or waking up when all of the drama was hitting with the Matrix Port report. But I think the really interesting thing I want to draw your attention to is this line, this blue line that I've drawn right here. It's actually right there is more accurate. This middle section is the RSI, the relative strength index. And I just find it really interesting that this line that I had drawn previously to this morning in the news coming out, that the news, if you will, all the liquidated leverage, the relative strength index, it seems to be retesting this trend line on the RSI, and which has a direct impact on the price above. And if you were on our year-end coaching call and in some of our December calls, and I think I dropped a little video last week talking about the MACD and how Bitcoin last, let's see, when was that? It's actually much further back. January here. The MACD blue line broke above the gold line and out of that neutral territory. And that's why, that's when you can kind of tell when these tokens are about to make a run. And we actually did, again, and I'm welcome to look at more tokens. So if you guys have tokens you want to look at on this call, drop the ticker symbols in the chat real quick. But this is an awesome opportunity to back the truck up and load up on what you believe in, especially strong tokens like Chainlink. I'm buying a bunch of that today. Let's see, is the price is already back above $14. I was afraid of that. I got a little bit. I just didn't have enough time. I was prepping for this call, but we were under $14 for a couple of hours, and that's Dollar General bargain basement stuff, in my opinion. We could see $12 again on Chainlink. But it'll be short lived, just like this little dump happened. So we can look at more tokens if you guys want to. I also have a new narrative I want to share with you, but I also want to look at our 100x portfolio as well by the time we adjourn here today. Real quick, I'm gonna step into the chat and check out a couple of these tickers. So Beam, love Beam, Eric. Let's pull up Beam's chart. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Beam, it's a newish token from last October. So if you're looking for a small market cap, high upside narrative token, this is a great one. I love Beam. It's a crypto video game, play to earn, infrastructure, studio type play, and looks really promising. Let's see what the old fib retracements give us on the daily chart. Just look at a couple of these for now, just for time, because I want to cover some new opportunities and a new narrative that you need to know about. Really interesting that it's testing this. It wicked down to this support at the 0.013 ish price, and then that wick quickly came back up to the next support. Where will it go? Its next destination when alt season really starts will be up here. So from where we're at right now to the next real train station is an easy a little over a 2x. So we got a 100% gain baked in, like no brainer. And then oftentimes in alt seasons, we see the tokens go up to the 2618, which would be a 0.05. So a 3.5x, maybe closer to 4x. And then these really volatile low cap tokens that are new in a great, awesome narrative can go to the 3618, which would be 0.08 cents. So now you're really cooking. But what I think is going to happen with Beam, because its all-time high, which was last October at public launch, was about 9 cents. I think what's going to happen is it's going to shatter through the 3618 8-cent price and then go into price discovery. And price discovery is kind of like when the space shuttle makes it into outer space through all of the atmosphere. And it's just like, all right, how high can we go? So, I honestly, with market caps like Beam that are so low, and I'm not seeing the market cap for some reason. Why is it not giving me the market cap where I want it to? I'm going to take this, close this. I don't want that there. Let's go look at Beam over here real quick because I think they were having some market cap circulating supply reporting issues. So they're almost at 1 billion. So 776 million. Man, that's way bigger than I thought they were. Let's go back. So yeah, they started out. Yeah, I mean, Beam was a huge investment for people back 3 months ago, 4 months ago, but I still think I think it's a 10x from here. Great time to load up, but this is where like buying in areas is really important and very helpful. So let me look at another render. Render's a good one. Great token. More established, definitely part of a narrative. Huge wick down here. I'm buying that dip all day long, every day. It broke out of the MACD last in September with a lot of our 100x tokens. So what we want to look for is like a token that's about to do this. So if you're looking for that, again, I put this on a video last week, or a week before, I can't remember when I put it out. But if you're in tradingview.com, if you go to indicators and type in MAC, you're looking for the moving average convergence divergence. This is kind of like a leading metric on it's not a crystal ball, nothing like that, but it's kind of like happy things are about to start right here. When you see that blue line cross above the gold line and then coming through that neutral zone into that green volume area, those green averages, you can see just what happens with the trend and the price. I mean, dude, if you bought back at that time, even still, you'd be at 175%. It went up 300% almost, so huge opportunity. Retick, Cindy, R-E, I'm not familiar with that. Is that the right one? Maybe give me a different. Let's look at Salana for Richard real quick. Solana's been hot. You're going to start seeing a very, very patternistic look with these tokens. This is a fib level I dropped a long time ago. Interesting. Same idea. I mean, I think near term we've got Solana going. I think it's going to have more exposure to immediate upward price action when the Bitcoin ETF is approved, in my opinion, because it's almost like one of those tokens that's flying closely to the sun. It's been tracking, it's been getting a lot of the liquidity and a lot of the Bitcoin profit taking rotation runoff, as opposed to Ethereum. A lot of Ethereum holders are like, dude, when's the pump gonna happen? And truth of the matter is Solana and Avalanche have just been kind of stealing the show for a while. So definitely a good buying opportunity. I mean, from the local high at $126, it looks like Solana is sitting here on a, whoops, let's see. Solana's a large market cap. It's a top 10, top 5 now, I think, market cap. So the way it's been moving has been really, really impressive. And I think between now and the end of the year, it could get into the 3, 4, 500s. What was I trying to do? Oh, I was going to look at the weekly on Solana. This is how I'd like to look at Solana. So the weekly time frame. I'm thinking more of a in like a, hey, what's going to happen in the this quarter with Solana? Nah, I've got these boxes too big. There we go. That's more like it. Okay. I mean, it's almost straight up like if you're going to buy Solana right now, you need to be ready to hold it for a while because you missed that pump. Your bottom trend line is really like right down here. Bottom. This is where we were all bear market. I mean, can you believe that Solana was down under $10? It's crazy. So it could retrace to 86-ish dollars, 80s and 90s, or it could show strong unwillingness. But right now we're kind of hovering between, it could go either way. The RSI is overbought and the MACD crossed way back here. So Solana, I mean, again, if Bitcoin approval happens in the next few days, I think you're going to 177 pretty soon, pretty quick. If the approval does get rejected or does get delayed, it won't get a rejection. It's just, too much has happened. They've been cooperating too much with BlackRock and the rest of the boys. But if there is a delay, I think you can see a retracement, not only in Solana but in everybody. Okay, I'm camping out a little too long here. Ben Christ, ICP is crazy what it's been doing. I am not an ICP investor. And to be really honest, I have done very little research on what the actual utility is. But this happened a few days ago. Well, I guess I'm wrong. I guess it happened a few weeks ago, but it started a few weeks ago, that is. I mean, this little move right here has been 130%. Again, a large market cap. This is an old cycles coin. I would not be. I would be holding this. I would not be buying this aggressively. I mean, it's not even. It's not even in the red today, y'all. If I look at the 4 hour chart, okay, it had like a momentary wick down to $11, but it's already rebounded and come back up. So yeah, no red. There's no red daily candles at all. If I remember oh yeah, there was one back on the first. Okay, I want to move into another part of the call, and then we'll come back to some tokens. If we have time, I want to move to our 100x portfolio. Again, for those of you who were not around on September 27th, I think many of these 10 tokens are still really good investments. And I just want to revisit them briefly. Yesterday, I posted in our member only Discord group an image. Let's see, where is my little image here? Here we go. Let me drag this over. So if you're not in our Discord group, if you're a member and you're not paying attention to Discord, you're missing out on a lot. I just want to say that plainly and bluntly. Yesterday, I'm actually impressed. Yesterday, our balance was $2,037 with our little demo wallet here. And just so y'all know, this is a demo wallet. I'm heavily invested in these tokens. So I own all of these. I invest in all of these. And I'm buying the dip in all of these. I'm actually really impressed, though, by the fortitude that this little micro cap, or not micro cap, they're not all micro caps, small cap, mostly small cap tokens. None are larger than mid cap. Is held up really well considering the little scare that Bitcoin had. Usually, an altcoin portfolio like this, on when Bitcoin, retraces or drops by 8 or 10%, an altcoin portfolio like this could see a 20-30% easy. That's not the case here. This is really interesting. Actually, now that I pull it up, Rio and Naka continue to be the top performers. I think Naka at $1.66 is a fantastic purchase. If I finish this call fast enough, I'll probably go and invest more there today. The Ferrum Network, Veracity have been jockeying back and forth with Naka and Rio. Rio is a real world asset narrative token. It's up almost what 400%, 300 and no, almost 300%. So about 275% so far since we invested in it. I think it's got a long way to go. So I think the top three tokens on this list, Rio, Naka, and Ferrum. Like, I think Nakamoto Games is a $16 to $20 token this cycle. It's at $1.66 right now. I hope it's 100x. I would love it to be 100x. But from here, where we are now, I think we're going to $18, $20. If you bought Naka back 3.5 months ago when I told you to, you have you can get closer to that 100x multiple, but 600% from here is not that bad. Veracity, great token. Velo, great token. Rweave is something I'm loading up on. It's a layer one blockchain. you can buy it on multiple blockchains, but I use the Binance network to buy it on PancakeSwap. Games for a living, highly speculative crypto game investment that I'm taking a great risk on and am really having fun with it. You can go gobble up a bunch of that. I think that and Nakamoto Games probably end up being the highest earners just because of the tailwinds that crypto gaming has. Um, Dion's been kind of like the um gosh, what do I want to say about Dion? Apparently, at the end of January, this might be a good flip token. I said this a couple of weeks ago. Um, Dion is launching their own layer one called Odyssey, and it's supposed to launch officially at the end of January, which could be a massive sell the news event. Like that is about as textbook sell the news event as you can get. I'm in their Telegram group. If you're investing in tokens and you're not joining their communities, you're cutting yourself off at the knees. You're hamstringing your investment capability. If you don't feel like you can keep up with a bunch of communities, don't invest in 30 or 40 different tokens. Okay. Um, stay with what you can manage. I'm just throwing spaghetti at the wall right now. So if you feel here or have an affinity for something that I'm identifying, you can go and grab what you want to grab. Okay. You don't have to invest in everything we talk about. It's just up to your personality and your preferences. Um, but yeah, Dion's been all over the place. At one point, it was the number one performer. At another point, it dropped all the way to the bottom because of a lot of FUD from a former employee that came out. And now they've got like a legal counsel involved because of the slander that the employee was uh, administering. But I like it. I like investing in tokens that show early potential and then have like something bad happen, like a disgruntled employee or they get hacked or something like that. Obviously, don't want those damages to hurt people, but usually when you see early, it's kind of like go ahead and get your catastrophe out of the way is a great thing in crypto. I like it when I see those things happen and the price is suppressed or depressed. I'll go grab a bag of it. And in this case, we bought $100 of Dion 3 months ago, and it's as of right now at $132. So it's still up 32%, which 4 or 5 X's the annual S&P 500 returns. But I think it's got way more to go. Like we could see a huge pump. We could sell it, let the price dump, and then get back in and ride it into the halving. That's a great little token strategy. And that would be a good Bitcoin. That would be a good token to practice your profit taking strategy on the larger macro cycle moving into these events. Sphere and Loop are the jury is out tokens. They have just suffered. They have just struggled to move along. I am a big investor in Sphere, have been for over a year, almost 2 years. And Loop, I'm new to. So just wanted to touch base on those tokens. There's a lot of energy here, lots of energy here. And if these 10 tokens were what you became subject matter expert on, I think you're going to earn a lot of money this cycle. If you're a member of mine here at Get Paid Daily, if you go to our office hours and you scroll up to the September 27th call, September 27th, I've identified this before. I have a spreadsheet and the video where I walk through all of these tokens. Right here is the Google Doc that you can track things with. It'll take you to this handy dandy place where you can get all the ticker symbols, the chains that they're on, the category narrative that they're a part of, the token addresses so you can add them to your wallet and make sure you're buying the right token on the decentralized exchange, the DEX or the decentralized exchange links, and of course the coin market cap listings that you can do your research and at least initial research on. That'll link you to all the websites, all the token addresses, all the social media, all the community, all that good stuff that you want to definitely look into. Okay. All right. I want to transition to the final part that I wanted to cover with y'all. We're going to go over here to coinmarketcap.com, and then we'll, if we have time, we'll cover some more questions in the chat. There is an emerging narrative in crypto called DePIN, DEPIN. And while the full name of the the narrative escapes me, it's basically the decentralization of it's they're blockchain protocols. This is I'm trying not to be confusing because there's a lot going on in crypto. But if you're looking for a new narrative to sink your teeth into, maybe your affinity is not with crypto, or it's not with real world assets or something like that. But you know that crypto is going to help like make things better in the infrastructure world. DePIN are blockchain protocols that establish and maintain and operate decentralized infrastructure in the physical world. Things that reduce costs, enable rapid infrastructure building. They align with local market needs. They increase market transparency. They offer frictionless micropayment type stuff and the Internet of Things. It could be like logistics. Imagine ships that have cargo ships and everything's being tracked in a decentralized open ledger, etc. A network that's both credibly neutral and collectively owned. So start thinking about things like file storage. One OG token of this narrative that's going to probably get a lot of love is Filecoin. If you're not familiar with Filecoin, it's kind of a driving force behind the narrative. It's like the Bitcoin of DePIN. It's got a $3 billion market cap. I think it's got a good buying opportunity as I look at it right here. What it's doing is it incorporates the economic incentives and cryptography to ensure reliable storage of files. So just think about Dropbox and Box.com and iCloud and all of the cloud services where files are stored. Think about county courthouses and deeds, and then think about real estate, and think about all of the places where you really need a trustless storage facility that can scale. That's where things like Filecoin infrastructure is going to come into play. 3 point something billion dollar market cap. The big thing I don't like about Filecoin is that 25% of its total supply is unlocked, and 75% of its total supply has not been unlocked. So that could be an imminent sell pressure in the future, but you'd have to do some research on what that unlocked schedule is in the white paper. Another one quickly is Theta Network. This is a kind of a Web3 blockchain infrastructure for video and entertainment. It's really cool. Their team has created a customer-centric business plan for growing ecosystems of services like esports and music and TV and movies and education. So it's one of those plays where it's like, do you believe in the future of entertainment? Yeah. You believe in the future of online entertainment? Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, there's going to be a decentralized entertainment, and Theta Network is going to be one of those players. And so again, it's an over $1 billion market cap, but 100% of its tokens are on the market. So when you see things like this, you can go, okay, cool. That's awesome. That's a good buying opportunity. Like anytime you see 100% circulation of tokens, and there's a dip, buy the dip, because the sell pressure um, in the future in a bull market is going to be far less potent, because there's not even like founders tokens that they're about to dump on your head as a late investor. What's next? Oh, many of you have probably heard of this one. Anyone heard of Helium? Anybody in the chat heard of Helium or in the comments? Helium, very interesting play here. It's a blockchain based network that connects the Internet of Things type devices. Okay. So technology that enables communication between different devices, like I was saying, like cargo ships, while the data is being sent across network nodes. And so they basically, it's a network of hotspots. And now they even have a Helium mobile phone. They've launched a mobile phone network for the bull market, which is really brilliant. So you can actually buy Helium, or at least last cycle, you could buy little Helium miners that you can put in your windowsill or put up on an antenna pole somewhere in your community that you get permission for, and you can earn tokens. That's your miner for Helium tokens. I almost bought like 225 of them in bulk. But the bear market was hitting, and I called it off because I didn't want to buy a bunch of hardware that was mining tokens that were not, that were losing value. I'm glad I did. But now's a great time to get back into Helium, either as a miner or as a token holder. Again, 65% of their supply is unlocked. I don't know their unlocked schedule. There's no way I can know everyone's, but you know, it's one of those. It's one of those I would consider more of a long-term play. If you're looking at the Internet of Things and kind of how things are operating, but like imagine Verizon and AT&T being put out of business by a company that doesn't have cell phone towers, but they've got little Wi-Fi devices all over cities, and that's kind of what we're talking about. Let me do one more. Rweave. So Rweave is a decentralized storage network that provides, hopefully, their goal is to provide infinite storage of data. The network primarily hosts what they call the permaweb, or permanent decentralized web, that supports various community-driven applications and platforms. It's got a $660 million market cap, and 100% of its supply is in circulation. Pretty cool token. If you're looking for established mid cap tokens, those that I shared that I've shared so far are really good options. You're going to see a lot of your big players buying a lot of these, and they may not care if they go to all-time highs between now and April. I see these as, next 12 to 18 month type plays. But it's a good, if you're looking to diversify and you're looking for a new narrative to be a part of, the DPN narrative is going to be huge. I just don't think it's going to have as much violent upswings as crypto gaming, for example. But I do think it's right there with real world asset type stuff. Real world assets more like, real estate's an obvious example. DPN's more like the infrastructure, the virtual infrastructure side of things. So those are that's like when it comes to crypto investing, y'all, it's important to always remember that crypto prices go up because of emotion and narrative. Really, what does the market believe? You can have the most noble mission statement on the planet as a crypto protocol. You can have the best moral leaders. You can have a really good functionality, but if it's not in line with a narrative that the body of the populace is getting behind, then it's going to be really hard for it to attract liquidity. And obviously, liquidity is the tide that rises all ships when it comes to crypto. So, if you're trying to simplify your game, whether it's yield farming or trading bots or altcoin swing trading, or building your portfolio with long, or not just long term, but even short term wealth builders, zoom out for a minute and go, okay, where is the heat in the market? What are people salivating over? What are people bragging about? What are they getting all haughty about? What are they what's moving? Yeah, there's technical analysis that you can do, but if you really want to simplify the game, um it's just a matter of paying attention to what the market is doing, what these communities are doing, what communities are growing, and these narratives that really make sense. If you go back to our 100x portfolio, there's 5 to 7 narratives that are represented there. One I didn't even talk about today, which is artificial intelligence. If you want a good artificial intelligence play, before we go here, one that I'm looking at is called Chain GPT, which is CGPT is the ticker symbol. It's already bounced back up. It's up 17% in a day. That really makes me angry. See, you got to be Johnny on the spot if you really want to get these bargain deals, but it's still a good area to buy. It's not like you missed it. This is a 1 day chart. Let me show you their website. All of these AI tokens are kind of weird, to be really honest with you, because they're just exploring things that nobody's done before. But basically, if you know anything about Chat GPT and you want to marry that with Web3 blockchain, that's what we're talking about here. Really cool website. I haven't verified all this, but these are some big names in tech. The FANG stocks and Nvidia, lots of awards that they've been winning in the bear market. So these are just language model tokens that you want to be a part of, in my opinion, somewhere in your portfolio. I'm not done with my research there, but it looks promising. $66 million market cap. Lot of upside here. I wouldn't sleep on this one if you want some AI exposure. If I compare that one to Veracity or Velo over here, I don't really have like just true. So that's a $66 million. Let's look at Veracity. Where is Veracity sitting? Yep, 63. So it's about the same size of a Veracity play. They have more. Veracity's at 10%. So there's more tokens in circulation over here at Chain GPT as well. So all good things. I threw out a bunch of ideas for you today. I hope that is helpful. I hope it's not too overwhelming. Let me quickly help in the chat, and then I've got to run to an appointment. Angel says, can you remind everyone that my Algo wallet is closing down soon for people who are using Algorand, Folks Finance, and Para Wallet is switching to mobile only January 15th. Yep. Thank you for that. That's awesome. So yeah, if you're using my Algo wallet, January, it's shutting down, and Para Wallet is moving away from its it's moving away from its desktop interface to mobile only. So just get your affairs in order there if you've been investing on the Algo network. Tommy says, where can you buy Naka? Tommy, on that 100x spreadsheet that I was talking about, I've got the DEX, but Uniswap on the Polygon network, uniswap.org. and you just need some Polygon or USDC on the Polygon network. Beam, I'm pretty sure you can buy Beam on the BNB network and use pancake swap.finance. Let me make sure though. Yeah. Pancake swap.finance and on the Binance Smart Chain. Any other pending questions? What's the My Algo wallet? I have Algo in cold storage, but haven't used that wallet. So Algorand is one of those tokens like Salana that doesn't play well with others. So it doesn't play well with MetaMask because it's not an EVM, Ethereum virtual machine token. So the reason why MetaMask works on so many different blockchains is because those are all EVM. Basically, they plug into the back of Ethereum somehow, some way, and they have the interoperability. Algorand, Solana, you can't use those on MetaMask, so they have their own wallets like MyAlgo or ParaWallet are brand specific for Algo. Phantom Wallet is a Solana wallet. So, and then your cold storage are going to be your wallets are typically all going to support whatever tokens you need. Which by the way, I got my new Trezor in the mail yesterday. So I'm moving away from Ledger Nano X, and I went with the Trezor Safe 3 wallet, just because I got kind of fed up with Ledger's bad press. I'm not trying to tell you to panic and go change your wallets, but I'll be slowly moving over. I'll let you know. I haven't tried to move my AVAX assets there yet, but I'm pretty sure it does. It supports 8,000 different tokens. So I've got to run, guys. Awesome. 2024. Here we come. Talk soon.
Again, if you're looking for a trustworthy community in crypto investing where there's down-to-earth people who want to create money, maybe you want to pad the stats on your retirement, maybe you want to create more time freedom for you and your family, maybe you want to pay off the mortgage or go travel more or whatever your outcome is, you need what I call a crypto flywheel. That is cash flow, appreciation, and leverage, 3 wealth strategies built into what I call the crypto flywheel method. And that crypto flywheel method is what I've used to create exponential, life-changing, life-altering money with crypto, the highest performing asset class in history. But you got to know what you're doing. So if you want to take the next steps with a trustworthy mentor, mastermind, and just overall awesome community that's down to earth, go to cryptoyall.co, watch the 12-minute video. If you like what you see, schedule a call with me and we'll have a one-on-one conversation, okay? No sales teams, no customer service agents, no veiled internet characters with neon hair and gamer chairs, just down to earth people wanting to invest in crypto alongside of each other with good standards of practice. I'll talk to you really soon.